Good morning, everyone. So I've been watching the reactions to the recent Roe versus Wade decision in the USA. And I wanted to ask this question to my guides to see what information they could give to us so that we could try and explain what might be going on. So my question to my guides about this abortion bill, Roe versus Wade. Roe and Wade overturning the abortion law in the USA. What is this all about? And they said to me that the abortion law, Roe versus Wade, is all part of the storyline to wake people up and away from the traditional politics of left versus right, and away from a top-down autocratic system. They said, we as a nation, a planet, and a universe are moving towards devolution of power towards oneness, the oneness of God. God has no judgment, God just is. The people are being shown through all these knee-jerk situations like germs, war, prices and inflation, dictatorial law, that they must take back their power at the grassroots level and start to build communities in line with their own individual beliefs and desires. Devolution means the people have to take responsibility for their own mind, body, and soul. They need to stop allowing an outdated system to dictate the direction of their life, the progress of their soul. These storylines are going to come thick and fast until such a time as everyone is sick of fighting the supposed diametric opposite. There are no opposites, there are no sides, there is only personal choice. There is only the now. Nothing else exists, and you only have power over how you choose to feel or act or be in this moment, in the now. These situations are all being placed in your view, in your reality, as a test. It is not about right or wrong, and it's not about left or right. It is about joining together as one and allowing each person their soul choices, their freedom. Children at a soul contract level come or leave dependent on the soul contract agreed upon before incarnation. And as such, there is no good or bad. There are only those things agreed upon in order to develop the soul's ability to love unconditionally, be it the mother or the fetus. In spiritual law, there is no right or wrong. Everything is sent as a spiritual lesson to help the soul to evolve. The politics at this time will continue to escalate with emotive issues turning everyone against everyone else until the people become so exhausted that they realize that all this is just a futile game. Until they realize that government does not dictate the growth and the unfolding of each soul. Only God can do that. Step away from the political narratives that create divides. Step away from left versus right. Step away from who is wrong. Step away from the distractions. Go within. Listen to your soul and know that whatever it tells you is true and right for you. The only way to devolve power to the people is to collapse the current system. So whoever you have aligned yourself with up until this point, it may no longer fit. Don't become trapped in routine, dogma, or labels. Don't get trapped into political narratives. Even if they may have felt comfortable in the past, you are a sovereign being. Your soul, your choice. Walk towards the decisions that give you inner peace. Follow your inner compass. Your soul knows what it needs to do. Follow that guidance. And in following your own truth and living in integrity, you become a beacon of light for others. There are no goodies or baddies, there is only you. Keep in your center. Listen to your soul. Walk tall in the knowing that God walks with you. I just want to read to you from a question that was sent to me that is now in my book called Meet Your Angels, which you can actually buy from my website as an e-copy or a paperback from Amazon. So this was sent to me probably about 10 years ago. Someone was in quite a lot of distress. And this is what they said to me. I don't think that the angels believe in me anymore. I have been told by my pastor that you cannot have forgiveness for an abortion, that I have strayed from God since then, and please tell me that this is not true. And this is what I channeled at that time from the angels and the God consciousness. God does not make a judgment. God is all loving and gave us free will so that we could experience things to help our soul growth. In developing our soul, we find great gifts. We find love, compassion, and tolerance. Some lessons on the path to developing our soul seem intense, mystifying, even surreal. And we think, this is not my life. Never did we imagine that such a difficult situation could occur for us. We had made such different plans. But at a soul level, this is our life. We have never been given any lesson by the soul that God didn't agree that we could handle. This has been a tremendously hard path for you. So far, you have been walking uphill, and it has been so steep. But today is the first day of the rest of your life. The pastor is himself having to walk a difficult path. The pastor has chosen to walk the path of dogma. Each scenario presented to him that is outside of this rigid framework of teaching will make him act judgmental, and he will need to repel it. But the lesson for the pastor is to face his own inner soul and to ask himself, in what way do I make judgment about myself and others? In what way do I criticize myself and others? In what way have I been impatient and intolerant of myself and others? In what way am I not listening to my own heart and integrity? Everything in our outer life is a mirror of the progress of our inner soul. The forgiveness that I see most outstanding in this situation is the forgiveness for the pastor. Until such a time as the pastor can forgive his own shortcomings and face his own soul lessons, then he will continue to project his own fears onto others. He will continue to not own his own lessons, instead projecting them onto others and labeling them as a direct interpretation of God. God is all-loving and all-encompassing. God does not make a judgment. You do not need God's forgiveness, as you, dear child, are made in God's essence. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. As a child of God, your only task today is to have compassion for yourself. Compassion for yourself, not because you have done something wrong, but compassion for yourself for ever thinking that you had done something wrong. There are no mistakes, only learnings. Dear child, this is the first day of your new life. Ask your angels to shine a bright light now onto your new path, and they will walk with you. All the emotions of this event have given you great experience. And if you combine the experience with the tremendous love that you hold in your spiritual heart, then you, dear child, will walk as a beacon of light. And you, dear child, can show others the way. Today is the first day, the rest of your life, and angels walk with you.